All right, Mr. Ross, number 3, leading things off for the Mountaineers here in the top of the second inning. First pitch inside, ball 1. So we do appreciate your patience. We had a couple little technical difficulties here. First game of the season, that's to be expected. Swing and a miss, strike. 1-1. Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes here to the opening batter in the top of the second inning. Mr. Rossi. And ball 4. So he gets free pass, leads things off. Mountaineers have a runner on first base. Nobody out. All right, runner on first. And again, we're working with some new technology here. Throw over to first base. New technology to kind of give you an idea of where the runners are at with our new technology here. So we're kind of working the bugs out on that. So appreciate your patience. But once we get it dialed in, I think it'll be really nice to be able to actually see exactly which bases we have runners on because our camera angle is a little hard to see from our vantage point. So we hope you will enjoy that feature as we integrate that into our broadcast. Swing and a miss. And this is Mr. Reitmeyer up right now, number 9 for the Mountaineers. That's right. Subscribe. TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Swing and a miss. And he goes down. So that's out number 1. Runner still on first for the Mountaineers. And Mr. Scott, number 22, steps in. And again, today the Mountaineers wearing their black uniforms with the red numerals and gray pants, and the Turks with their home Columbia blue tops and white pants. Swing and a miss. Strike. 1-1. 1 out. Again, runner at first, which you should be able to see by that little icon there on your screen. Oh, and he hit him. All right, so he's got a first pass. So we've got runners now at first and second. Now look at our icons there, Brandy. Make sure that it's working all right, okay? Brandy, my producer today, she's going to check it out, make sure that it's working properly. Brandy did all the graphics for us today, so. Oh, she's critiquing her own work here, though. She's like, I really don't like that. That's too. I want to change that. It's a little far away. Outside. High ball. Strike. Full count. Looking for his sign down the line. This is Mr. Mosier. Yeah, we do apologize, having a little technical difficulties here and trying to get some of the bugs worked out here in our first game of the season. But we are so happy that you are with us here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. And throw back to second. Runner gets back in time. And on the outside corner, gets in looking for out number 2. So 2 down. And runners advance, and everybody's safe. So we got runners now at second and third. Again, still with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Swing, and just gets a piece of it. And the sun has made us peeked out from behind the clouds. Now all of a sudden we got this bright sunshine. Looks sunny, but it's definitely cool out there today. And it's popped up high. First baseman going to make a play on it and makes the catch for out number 3. So the side is retired. No runs. We move to the bottom half of the second. Turks trailing 1-0. All right. We make our way headlong into the bottom half of the second inning. Leading off for the Turks, number 1, TJ Halson. And Halson goes down, out number 1. And that's hit sharply but foul down the first base line. Boy, that's quite a ways over there. Whew. Yeah, that's. Mickey, you don't trust. We have these new fences. These nice high fence. You're still not trusting the fence that's going to stop the baseball, right? I think that's probably wise. Oh, that's hit. Nice, deep, and caught. Unfortunately, so right to the right fielder there for out number 2. Strike one on the outside corner. Mr. West delivers. No balls, 2 strikes. $74. That's what it says. Yeah, I got a jugs gun down there getting us some speeds on the pitching. 74 miles an hour, if I'm reading that correctly on that last pitch from Mr. West. Inside, jammed him, and he gets him for strike number 3. So 1-2-3 inning for the Turks. We move on to the 3rd inning. Turks trailing 1-0. All right. We jump into the 3rd inning here. And first pitch swung on and fouled on the 3rd base line, out of play. So leading off for the Mountaineers, number 5, Mr. Hanstead. And again, those of you joining us from Mount Baker, we do welcome you. All are welcome here on TurkBride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. And Hanstead steps in, and Feltner delivers. Squares to bunt, high, ball. Squares to bunt again, outside, ball. Strike. High, ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Swing and miss. And down on strikes he goes. So out number 1. And Mr. Washburn, number 13, steps in as the sun continues to make an appearance here over our left shoulder to the west of us here. It's nice to have daylight savings time in place, and we get some sunlight until 7 p.m. here at Sultan High School. We do not have lights on the field, so obviously we need to complete within the time that Mother Nature gives us for playable light. So that's why we start at 4 o'clock and typically are done around 6:30 or so, depending on if extra innings come into play. So. High. Ball. Yes. All right, and the runner gets a pass down to first base. And so we got a runner on first. Strike one. Runner at first for the Mountaineers. And the batter is our pitcher, Mr. West. And another throw to first base. Runner gets back in time. Low. Ball. High and outside. Ball. Runner at first takes a little bit of a lead there, continuing to pitches low and outside. So Feltner's struggling just a little bit with his control here in the third inning. And that's a slow roller, but it's going to be a tough play for the second baseman. He's not going to get there in time. And the runner is going to be safe at first. Runner from first advances over to second. So we got runners at first and second now for the Mountaineers. All right, looks like we're going to have a pitching change here. So we'll give just a little break here on TurkPride.tv and remind you that we do have game upcoming on Friday, which is St. Patrick's Day here at 4 o'clock against the Red Wolves from Cedar Crest. So we will see you here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. All right, we are back to action here. We have a pitching change. Number 10, Caden Keeler, is taking over for Mr. Feltner on the mound. So he inherits a runner at first base, and they 1 out for the Mountaineers. So 1 down, runner at first for Mount Baker, and it's going to be at the plate number 20, Mr. Nason. Mr. Nason stepping in. All right, so again, Keeler replaces Feltner as our pitcher, and I'm sorry, we have a runner at first and second. My view was slightly obstructed there for a moment. So runner at first and second, and Keeler comes in. First pitch inside, ball 1. Low and outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, runner at first and second for the Mountaineers. High ball. Keeler trying to find his groove here. 3 balls, no strikes, so he's got his up against the wall here in the count. And that's ball 4. So we're going to walk a runner, and we're going to have runners at first, second, and third. So bases are loaded, 1, 2, and 3, with only 1 out. So you're looking for that double play ball right now, or you'll take the force at the closest base. Swing and a miss. And Rossi is at the... And it's a hit right back to Keeler. Nice play, makes the catch. And double play! Beautiful. Exactly what the doctor ordered there. And the Turks get out of a bases-loaded jam with no damage. And the score remains 1-0. Wow. Good ending there to a tough inning. Keeler comes in, pitches himself out of a jam, and helps the cause. And the Turks keep it within 1. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd. All right, we head headlong into the bottom half of the 3rd inning after an exciting end there, that last half of the inning. Keegan Almond leading things off for the hometown Turks.
Sorry, that's Mr. Sifferman.
Oh, Mr. Sifferman, sorry about that. Yes, Casey Sifferman, apologize about that. So, well, like we said, first game of the season, we're just kind of working the kinks out here a little bit. You know, we'll be now by Friday, which is St. Patrick's Day. We'll have everything will just be as smooth as silk, right, Brandy? Everything will just be perfect.
Hopefully, yes.
Perfect. And that's drop third strike. He's going to throw down to first and out number one. So 1 out for the Turks, 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom half of the third. Turks trailing 1-0.
Riley Sargent.
And Riley Sargent, number 24, stepping in. Outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike. Mr. West, a pitcher for the Mountaineers, been sharp thus far here. Swing and a miss. And Brad Bush stepping in for the Turks. Number 8. So bases empty, 2 outs, no balls, 1 strike here on Mr. Bush. Turks trying to get something going, get some base runners, and the Mountaineers scored their one and only run in the first inning. Since then, both teams have settled in. Some good defense, especially by the Turks here in the last half of the inning, getting a double play when the bases were loaded to get away unscathed. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired. So, no runs, no hits for the Turks. We head to the 4th inning, them trailing 1-0. All right, here we go, headlong into the 4th inning. And Mountaineers still leading 1-0 on that lone 1 run that they scored in the top of the first. And nothing on either side since. So Keeler pitches high and inside. So again, Caden Keeler came in last inning, did an excellent job, struggled a little bit, came in, inherited 2 base runners, and then had a 3rd bases full, but had nice defensive play for a double play to get himself out of the inning unscathed. And that's why we remain still at 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Keeler delivers high and inside. chop foul and hit off the screen. And again, we won't look down here. We got a good crowd assembled themselves supporting the hometown Turks. And it looks like we've got a few folks that made the journey all the way from Deming. Deming to get here, that's a little bit of a trek. So I know that the team appreciates the support for both the hometown Turks and the visiting Mountaineers from Mount Baker High School. And caught looking for out number 1. So nice pitch there by Mr. Keeler. And we're going to have a little conference at the mound here. Just make sure that we got our signals right.
22, B. Scott.
And number 22, Mr. Scott, steps in. And just a reminder, we're going to be here again 4 o'clock on Friday the 17th, which happens to be St. Patrick's Day. TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics, hometown Turks, and the visiting Red Wolves of Cedar Crest High School. High ball. Strike. Swing. Big swing and a miss for Mr. Scott, number 22. He took a big cut at that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases paths are empty for the Mountaineers. So both teams, again, really have settled in. And some good pitching and defense since that first inning when the lone run, the one lone run scored by the Mountaineers in the top half of the first. Outside, ball 4. So the runner gets a free pass down to first base, and we have a runner on first.
Now batting number 6, C. Mosher.
Mr. Mosher, number 6, taking a long look down at third base. And runner gets back easily underneath the throw. Swing and a miss. Yeah. Oh, and pass ball. Runner's going to get up and advance to second base. And now we have a runner on second with 1 out for the Mountaineers. So runner in scoring position for Mount Baker. And coach is going to give some different signals there to number 6, Mr. Mosher. And he's going to step in here with, again, a runner in scoring position out at second base. Strike. Nice pitch by Keeler. Runner takes a nice lead at second. Keeler looks back. Comes to the plate. Swing and a miss. And he's out on strike. So 2 outs for the Mountaineers. Going to bring up number 4, Mr. Washburn.
Batting number 4, Washburn.
What was his first name? I think they gave up on us.
Strike. So Keeler definitely looking sharper here in this inning, really starting to find his groove. consistently keeping ahead of the batters in the count. And that's what you want to do. It puts the pressure, takes the pressure, I should say, off of your defense. Outside, just outside. Ball 1-1-1. 2 outs, runner at second in scoring position for the Mountaineers. They're clinging to a 1-0 lead thus far in the top half of the fourth. And that's slapped short and high to the first baseman. And he makes the catch. And the side is retired. So they get a hit, runner in scoring position, but do not score. We head to the bottom of the fourth with the Turks trailing 1-0.
And you were asking about.
And Oakley Haney, number 27, leading things off here for the Turks in the bottom half of the fourth inning, trailing 1-0 versus the Mountaineers of Mount Baker High School. Mr. West has been on the mound for number 7 for the Mountaineers, has done an excellent job thus far going the entire distance. And the Mountaineers scored the one and only run in our game today in the top half of the first. And since then, it has been scoreless. Both teams' pitching has been solid. Defense has been solid when necessary. Some good timely plays. And both teams have held each other scoreless again after that one run allowed in the top half of the first. Out. Strike. Ooh, just close. Close on the outside edge. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Strike. High ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. 3-2. Strike 3, and that is out number 1.
Now batting number 11, Keegan Arnold.
Keegan Arnold, number 11, stepping in for the Turks, trying to get something started here. Yeah, the Turks just need to string together a few base hits, get themselves a runner in scoring position again to try to get on the board, and that's fouled back right at our location here. So you got to pay attention. Yeah. Yeah, that's very. It's only like one time has ever bounced here that I can remember on our. As you might not know that our location and our vantage point is, and fouled off the catcher back to the screen. Our vantage point here is exactly what you see as far as the camera. We are directly behind home plate on the second story here in the press box, and occasionally you get those hot fouls that come right back off the screen. So Brandy, my producer, kind of jumped a little bit when she saw that that ball come right back here. And that's a pop fly, and West is going to call everybody out away and take it himself. That's out number 2. So quickly 2 up, 2 down for the Turks in the bottom half of the fourth. Trying to get something going here.
Number 22, Derek Feltner.
And Derek Feltner, number 22, is going to step in. He was our starting pitcher today. Lasted about 2 innings, and then Mr. Keeler has come on in relief. And again, you have to manage your pitching staff. The Turks are going to be Back here again day after tomorrow on Friday, St. Patrick's Day. And that's hit sharply, and that's a base hit right into center field. So nice base hit there by Feldner, and we got a runner on first. There you go. See, Randy, good job.
TJ Wilson, number 1.
They're not. Okay, yes, they are in order. Oh, word.
All right, Feldner takes a slight lead at first. And pitcher looks him back. And Sunshine makes another appearance here as it parts through the clouds. Creates a little bit of shadows there for the fielders, or the outfielders. Right fielder especially has to battle that sun as far as that vantage point. No balls. 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. Feldner taking his lead. West looks in, gets a sign from his catcher, and goes over to first, and it's a pass ball. And Feldner's going to advance over to second base. And now we have a runner in scoring position, or what we call RISP, runner in scoring position on second base. Because a long single would score that runner from second all the way to home. That's the idea. So he is now in what we call scoring position for those of you at home. Swing and a miss. And TJ Halson. Halson just looking for a single, looking to get something out of the infield. Advance Feltner. If he gets a nice sharp single, Feltner could potentially score from second. Oh, that's the shortstop. Goes clean and over to third for out number 3. So the side is retired. No runs. We head to the next inning with the score 1-0. All right, Mr. Houndstead leads things off for us in the top half of the 5th inning. Mountaineers still clinging to that 1-0 lead. All right, he's going to step in, and we are ready. So Mr. Keeler looks for his sign. strike. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs.
He was like, don't miss double 2 games in a row.
Strike 3, out number 1.
I miss it.
Batting number 13, Washburn.
And Mr. Washburn steps in. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Turks looking to keep the good pitching and defense going and try to get those bats heated up. Just got to get some base runners and get something, push something across to knot up this game. Again, low scoring affair. No, and it's jammed him right down the first base line, and that's an easy play for the unassisted for the first baseman for out number 2.
Now batting number 7, B. West.
Oh, there you go. And over to first. And the side is retired. So a nice inning there for the Turks. We head to the bottom of the 5th with the Turks trailing 1-0. All right, our pitcher, Caden Keeler, leading things off for the Turks here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Turks trailing still 1-0 in what has turned into a defensive pitching battle here between these two teams as they start the season here. Opening day 2023 here at Sultan High School on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Strike 1. We do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Mountaineers. It's number 13, Mr. Washburn. And outside ball. So Mr. West, our starting pitcher, goes 4 innings. And that's hit straight away center field, but right at the center fielder for unassisted out number 1.
Did he make it?
Now batting
No.
number 6,
No? I just saw him looking. Yeah.
Oh, and he hit the batter.
That's a walk. Yeah.
And the runner advances down to first base. So the Turks have a runner.
Now batting number 5, Jigger Zipperman.
And Mr. Sifferman steps in.
He wouldn't expect anything different. Woo!
Swing and a miss.
No wonder why you pointed him out. I know, it's so sad. His dad rents from my grandpa property, wood, for their wood business, and then he comes up randomly.
I take it you go.
No.
Inside ball.
Yeah. Actually.
Let me show you.
Right?
Ooh, way inside. Almost got hit, but just got out of the way.
I know, shouldn't he have walked right then? He got hit.
Strike. Oh, we thought he had a free pass, but not so quick.
He can also throw it sideways to get him out on that base. So he just walked it.
Runner takes the lead at first, and that pitch is outside. And runner's going to advance to second. All right, we now have a runner in scoring position at second base for the Turks, with just one out. And Sifferman still at the plate. So an RBI opportunity there for Mr. Sifferman. Outside, ball 4. All right, so now we have runners at first and second
Now batting
with
number
one out.
24, Rodney Sultan.
So Turks with their best opportunity so far to try to knot this game up. Runners first and second just with one out here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And that's a little jammer. Misplayed by the pitcher. He's going to throw over to third. So runner is out at third. So we have runners at first and second with now 2 outs. So first and second with 2 outs for the Turks. So the lead runner is out on the force at third base.
It looks so good. We do need a red dot for the other team.
All right, pitcher takes his look and delivers. Strike. So thus far, I've been very impressed with the pitching that we've seen from both sides. Again, early on in the season, you'll see that the pitchers will struggle just a little bit, but by and large, they've done both teams, both pitchers, all 4 pitchers that we've seen, 2 for the Turks, 2 for the Mountaineers, have done very well for themselves, as witnessed by a 1-0 game here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. So pitching and defense have been the soup du jour. That's low, ball. took something off that one, and he was way ahead of that. Low. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Something's got to give here. Swing and a miss, and strike 3, and the side is retired. So the Turks strand 2, and the score remains Mount Baker 1, Sultan nothing. All right, we're heading headlong into the top half of the 6th inning. So, leading things off for Mount Baker, number 20, Mr. Nason. So Turks with 2 more opportunities here to try to get on the board. Got to continue to play good defense, good pitching, and not allow any more runs for the Mountaineers, because runs have been precious. The Mountaineers scored their one and only run in the top half, way back in the top half of the 1st inning. And that's hit sharply to center, and the center fielder tracks it down and makes a nice play for out number 1. So nice job there. And number 3, Mr. Ross, steps in. I think that's been our first lefty batter here. It's our one and only lefty that we've seen tonight. And fouls it off the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Ball. And that's a slow roller right down the first base line, unassisted play for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down for the Mountaineers here in the top half of the 6th.
Now that's number 9, T. Rockmeyer.
Yeah. Is he the Walmart greeter? I'm not crapping you right now either. Isn't he the guy behind?
Pitch is inside. Ball. And Keeler looks and comes to the plate. And that's hit sharply, but it kind of drops off, goes over to third, and it takes a kind of a bad bounce, and the runner is going to remain at first base. 1. There we go.
Now batting number 22, B. Scott.
That doesn't work so well. Oh, wait, there's the stand. It's got a stand there. Get the little legs to pop out. There, now, there. That's pretty slick. We're talking about our new technology. It allows us to show where the base runners are on the little graphic on your screen at home. So it's something new. We'll be looking to add and refine things week over week. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Turks trailing 1-0 again. This has been the one and only lone score happened in the top of the first inning. Swing and a miss. And it has been goose eggs since then for both teams. Each team has threatened, no one has scored, and we find ourselves the same place we found ourselves about halfway through the first. 1-0. Keeler delivers, and that's a pass ball. Runner's going to run from first to second. Perfect. And now the runner's at second base in scoring position. Strike. And Keeler delivers. That's low, ball 4. So runner to get the free pass down to first. We have runners at first and second. And 2 outs still remaining here for the Mountaineers. So we're going to have a pinch runner. Oh no. Okay, so we have a runner just at second. There we go. There we go. 3-2. Yeah, sorry, we had the count incorrect. Apologize. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full. Now it's ball 4. All right, so now we got a runner at first and second. So sorry about that. Just a 1 pitch away. Thought it was ball 4, but it was not. Full count and then turned into ball 4. So we are back where we thought we were going to be. All that confusion, and we're back exactly where we were before, right? Swing and a miss. Runner taking a big lead at first base. High ball. 1-1.
I dragged her because I didn't want to be lonely. I did not know you were staying here, so welcome.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first and second, so runner in scoring position for the Mountaineers from Mount Baker High School. Foul. Stays at 2 strikes. So I would like to give a shout out to the Turk Tech Club who oversees putting these broadcasts together. It's due under the tutelage of Mr. Dave Moon, Diamond Dave Moon, Tech Club Advisor Extraordinaire, who he was even here earlier today. Foul. Stays at 2 strikes. And again, behind the scenes, lots of work goes on. I want to welcome Brandy, my new producer this year. We're going to get her on the microphone next. You're going to be on. We're going to get you on a headset here, as you learn. We're going to teach you about baseball so that you can help commentate. Oh no, this year. I said next game. Foul down the third baseline. That's right. We're going to get Brandy's going to be on the broadcast here with me. But no, they're trotting back. They're still on first and second. They thought they were going to advance. So Brandy is learning the game, so we're helping her, introducing her to some of the terms and things like that. She's picking things up quickly. Keeler swing and a miss, and the side is retired. So Mount Baker threatens but does not score. We're going to head to the bottom of the 6th. Turks still trailing 1-0. All right, to the bottom of the 6th we go. Turks still looking for that 1 run to get back and knot this game up. And runs for both sides have been precious and few. Again, the 1 run that the Mountaineers, the visiting Mountaineers from Mount Baker High School, scored was in the top of the way back in the top of the 1st inning. And here we are at the bottom of the 6th, and the score remains 1-0. And base on balls. All right, so the Turks get their leadoff runner on a walk down at first base. And that's popped up into shallow right field. That's going to fall. And got the lead runner at second. So we got just the runner at first, one out for the Turks. So almost. That's a tough play because you've got to really, really wait as that runner on first to see if that's going to drop. And then by that time it was in such shallow, made a play at them at second base. So Feltner steps in for the Turks. High, ball one. "78 miles an hour" we're seeing here on the speed gun from our location. Yeah. Ooh, way inside. Way inside. He was able to step back, though, and avoid being hit. And, oh, that's hit well. Will it stay fair? Yes, it will, but the left fielder makes a play on it, and it's an out. So it ends up being a long fly ball out. And quickly there's two down for the Turks here in the bottom half of the sixth. TJ Halson, number one, stepping in. Runner at first, taking a nice lead. Pitcher looks over at the batter, taking a nice lead at first. Comes to the plate high and inside. Going to make a play on him, and it hits him, but he's going to be safe at second, so runner on second. Runner in scoring position, so that's what the Turks need. That's that tying run sitting out there, but two outs now for the Turks, so they've got to get a base hit and see if they can push something across. Got to find a gap, push it through a gap, get it into the outfield, and give that runner a chance. Strike. And a reminder, we'll be here at the same time on Friday, St. Patrick's Day, the 17th. Wear Your Green will be here at 4 o'clock on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. The hometown Turks taking on the visiting Red Wolves of Cedar Crest High School. So please join us at that time for Turk Baseball on TurkPride.tv. That's low, ball. Two balls, one strike, two outs. Runner in scoring position at second base, taking a big lead. And that's low and outside. Ball. 3-1. And ball four. Runner takes the base. So now I have runners at first and second with two outs. Okay, Mr. Keeler, our pitcher, chance to help himself out here and see if we can tie this thing up. Again, just looking for a gap, looking for an alley to punch this through into the outfield. Pitch comes to the plate, low, ball. Ball one. High, ball two. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. That's high. 3-0. All right. So 3 balls, no strikes. Keeler will probably be taking all the way here. Oh, gets a strike. So yeah, Keeler was taking. All right, he'll have the green light here at 3-1. And that's outside, ball 4. Runners are going to, so we've got runners on first, second, and third. Bases loaded. Wow, this is what you live for.
Now batting number 6, Bubba Verhul.
Bubba Verhul's we're gonna have a little conversation at the mound. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning, Turks trailing by 1. This is your golden opportunity to get on the board and get right back into this game and potentially grab a lead. So Coach Leverett talking with the batter, coach from the Mountaineers talking with his pitcher and his infielders to make sure everybody understands what they need to be doing here. And this is what it comes down to. It's going to be pitcher versus batter and see who wins this duel and see if we can push a run across here for the Turks. All right, they've had their little conference. Everybody's returning back to their positions. High ball. Ball 2. Oh, ball 3 looked good from my vantage point, but Mr. Umpire's got a lot better view at it than I do. So 3 balls, no strikes, bases loaded. Opportunity here to walk in the tying run. And you betcha. And the Turks are on the board.
Now batting number 5, Tigger Zimmerman.
1-1. And Mr. Sifferman's going to inherit bases loaded here as well, too. So opportunity for Turks. Now they've tied to get a lead right here. Golden opportunity outside, ball 1. Again, 2 outs, 1 ball, no strikes here on Sifferman. Pitch delivers, strike. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Runners retreat back. Swing and a miss, and the side is retired, but not before the Turks score 1. We are tied going to the top of the 7th, 1-1. All right, we head headlong to the top of the 7th inning, tied 1-1. Turks get on the board, knot things up in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Now we just got to play some defense and hope for the same here in the bottom of the 7th. New pitcher on the mound for the Turks, number 1, TJ Halson. So Coach Leverett, rationing out his pitchers. Again, we've got a game coming up day after tomorrow. That's Friday, the 17th, St. Patrick's Day, here on TurkPride.tv, 4 o'clock against Hometown Turks, visiting, or should say, hosting the visiting Red Wolves of Cedar Crest High School. That's a foul. Nice play by the first baseman. Nice hustle play there to get the unassisted out. And that's Sifferman, number 5. Sliding catch for out number 1. So yes, again, on Friday, 4 o'clock here on TurkPride.tv, the Hometown Turks and the visiting Red Wolves from Cedar Crest High School in Duval. Halson, squares the bunt. Nice bunt, lays it down. Halson bobbles it just a little bit, throws over and gets it in time for out number 2. So two up, 2 down for the Mountaineers here in the top half of the 7th. And Mr. Washburn, number 13, steps in. For the Mountaineers, Turks have held them scoreless since the top half of the 1st inning. So good pitching, good defense. A nice start to the season here for the Turks. Halson hits one, pops it up, and he's going to get it unassisted for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of 7 with the score tied 1-1.
Number 24, Riley Sargent.
Riley Sargent leading things off. The Turks in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Score all knotted 1-1 here. So opportunity to see if they can push one across and put one in the victory column here on opening day 2023. High and inside ball 1. Strike. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it's chopped, slow roller down third base. Oh, it gets between the third baseman's legs. So he's going to be on with a single. And we have a runner at first base to lead things off for the Turks here in the bottom half of the seventh. So you got to like that. That definitely is a good start to the inning right there, getting the leadoff runner with a single. And number 8, Mr. Bush, stepping in. We do have a new pitcher for the Mountaineers. That's number 4, Mr. Washburn is out there. Inside, ball 1. So both coaches really been using their pitching staff wisely, spreading the load amongst all their pitchers. Because again, we are now into the season. You've got to be able to ration that pitching out. Low ball. 3 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runner at first. Low ball. And runner advances. So we have runner at first and second. And runner in scoring position. So the winning run is sitting out at second base with no outs. Oakley Haney, number 27, stepping in for the Turks. That's high, ball 1. Squares to bunt, lays on a nice bunt, stays fair. Catcher's got to go over to first and gets him at first base. We have runners at second and third, 1 out for the Turks. So nice bunt there by the Turk batter and advancing those runners. So now we got 2 men in scoring position. Just need 1 to push across. We got 1 out, bottom of the 7th. And that's a pop infield, second baseman unassisted. So we've got 2 outs now. Oh boy. Here we go.
Number 22, Derek Feltner.
Derek Feltner, our starting pitcher today, with an opportunity to be the hero. Right here, 2 outs. He's got teammates out there in scoring position. Just needs to find a spot to poke it through and bring home that winning run. That's it. That's going to do it right there. That's going to win.
Keep going!
There we go. And that is the ball game. And the final score, the Turks 3, the Mount Baker Mountaineers 1. Thank you for joining us here on TurkPride.tv. Way to start things off for the Turks. In way to start opening day 2023. The Turks come away with a victory. Be here on Friday the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Be here, be square, 4 o'clock. TurkPride.tv, the hometown Turks against the visiting Red Wolves from Cedar Crest High School. My name is Dan Baller. It's been my pleasure to be your host. I hope you enjoyed the game just as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you here on TurkPride.tv. For myself and my host, my producer Brandy, we say good night.